Hello, one. So, a couple weeks ago, I did the Kaiserreich quiz that questioned who you were as a player of the Kaiserreich mod and put all that together to see who the player base was. Now, this is different to the Kaiserreich player survey, where because they can't have any kind of analytics on their mod of who's playing what the players want, they instead will be doing this survey to try and question the player base to see what they think of the mod and how they think the mod should be going forward. So, unfortunately, the results of the survey are going to be kept internally, so they'll not be released. I'll accept, yes, I understand, and I will only fill out the survey if I played the game of Kaiserreich to 1939 or beyond in the last 3 months. Well, I got some video evidence of that, so that's perfectly fine. I think moderation of the Kaiserreich subreddit is just right. I've never had anything on the Kaiserreich subreddit taken down. I post a lot of my videos there. It helps get traction and new viewers and whatnot. There's a lot of memes, a lot of good things. I think that the Paradox subreddits, except for CK2, they're way too strict. But I think that Kaiserreich does it good. It creates a good sense of community because I like memes. I don't like that the Paradox gets rid of memes on their subreddit because that's what makes a community. So I think the Kaiserreich subreddit does it right. I've never seen them take down a post, so I don't know where their boundaries are. I think the moderation of the Kaiserreich's Discord is I don't use the Discord. Should the Kaiserreich Discord have more public channels? I don't care. It's just right. Regarding Hoi4 Major DLC, so now counting unit packs, I have music, just expansions. I do own all of them, and I will be buying them in the future. So, this is probably them thinking, okay, should we build the mod around access to the DLC or around not having access to his DLC? Because when a new DLC comes out, they have new features that are DLC exclusive. Only people who have the DLC can use those, even in mods. So it does kind of split off what a mod can do, and you either have to build two different sides of the game, depending on if the player has the mods enabled or not, or you have just parts of the mod that cannot be accessed because a person doesn't have the DLC. It can get very, very difficult, and especially big ones like Man the Guns, the fact that they completely split the naval game between two sides, and there are now naval features that are only available on DLC purchasers and not people with just the main game. It does get very confusing, and every time a new DLC comes out, it's just more and more and more variations on the game. So probably checking to see how many, if the majority of people have the DLC and if they can dabble more into DLC exclusive features that wouldn't affect the majority of the populace. I think that's what this question's about. Do you read long flavor events? Sometimes. When they're important, I read them. If not, nah. I got better things to do. My voice cannot handle that. Do you read focus descriptions? Rarely. Basically never, but I do sometimes. Especially if I'm trying to figure out how to do the focus, and it's not obvious. I need to read through the description. I think that every single nation should be given a focus tree, even the performance cost taken into account. That seems a bit excessive. Especially all the breakaway nations in the Middle Africa event. Most of those don't really need very big focus trees. All starting nations should be given a focus tree, even with the performance cost taken, or it is okay for some nations that don't have a focus tree, if at least better performance. I would say probably all starting nations, maybe lower down the amount of starting nations if it's a performance factor. Do you prefer to have events that clearly say that they will lead to a specific regime, or do you prefer to be left in the dark? I want to know exactly where I'm headed. I don't like the false starts. I don't like things that are hidden. I had a real hard time trying to get Peli in my AUS game because I thought, okay, so if I just choose all the Peli events, then I'll get Peli. And then no, apparently I had to do something with Prohibition 2, and that's what? How? Why? Why is that the thing? How much do you enjoy an average Kaiserreich game where 5, neutral, is the same as vanilla? Well, I do enjoy it more than vanilla. I do have a lot more fun with it, so I'm going to say probably 8. 8, not like a flawless experience. I do have some mod-specific problems that come here and there. In my CSA game, I released the a puppet state in Venezuela, and then they joined the International, even though they were my puppet. But luckily, I have ways around that. But how much do you enjoy an average Kaiserreich game? Where 5 is what you consider average. So not compared to vanilla, just average. Okay. Huh. Okay. Well, I tend to play the nations that are the most interesting and have the most fun to do. If I was playing a lot of minors, it might end up down over here, but I mostly play majors, was plenty to do and plenty of backstory, so I'd probably say 8 as well. Do you consider historical accuracy an end goal of itself, or a means to other end goals such as immersion? Well, what do we mean by historical accuracy? Because the entire point of this mod is that it's not historically accurate. It can do whatever it wants. But I do consider historical accuracy an end goal in and of itself, but not in an inherently historically inaccurate mod. Like, you can do whatever you want, just make the justification. So maybe a means to another end? Like, what would historical accuracy be in Kaiserreich? Every time they change something, they just change the lore. They just make it historically accurate every time they do it. Do you ever play Kaiserreich in multiplayer? Nope. Which of the following do you see important target for the next patch? Giving nations without content some love. Giving nations with old bad content some love. Bug fixing, performance. What do I think is important? Well, as a Let's Player, as a YouTuber, the thing that is best for me is major nations with a major change. So I think giving old nations some love, because basically every major nation in the game so far has pretty good focus trees, and I think that's what they would be referring to as old bad. They would be replacing some of those. I've heard that there's a Union of Britain / Entente focus tree redo in the works. Like in the next patch, they're going to be removing the Lawrence coup. They're going to be removing that from the UOB. So as opposed to giving nations without content some love, well, I mean, everyone wants Hungary. Everybody wants... People always joke that Hunan didn't get anything in the China update. They just have a very basic tree. So, yeah, I think giving old nations, major nations, some new content would be the best thing for me. Because, okay, let's say that a minor nation gets some new content. Okay, that's not very helpful to me, because I'm not going to want to play an entire series on that, because no one's going to watch it, because not as many people are going to care as if they redid the Union of Britain or Commune of France, Kaiser Germany. If they redid some of those, that would be like big news. That would be something people would want to watch. So I would say this one. Do you like trap paths? Paths that don't lead to what it says it does, like the Proclaim the Tang Dynasty as Yunnan? No. I think that's very... I don't want to say bad game design, because this is a mod, not a game, but it is mean-spirited almost, to tell your players that this is something that'll happen, and then just that to not actually be the case. It is kind of mod developer versus player, as opposed to mod developer helping the player. Do you read the progress reports? No. No, I don't. I'm sorry. Part 4, Kaiser Cat Cinema. How much have you spent on Kaiserreich merchandise? None. Over $200. Nah, I just don't. I'm a college student. All money that I own goes straight to the university. What is your favorite Kaiserreich merchandise? Maybe the World of Kaiserreich art prints. Yeah, I think those are better than the propaganda posters. I think I like the World of Kaiserreich art prints. Those are the ones that I use in my thumbnails a lot, and I really rely heavily on those for my thumbnails because I can't draw, but I can rearrange pre-existing images to make a decent-looking thumbnail. So I do want more of these. The artists that they have doing them are great. I love every time that they make a new one. It makes my job a lot easier trying to make thumbnails. So yes, World of Kaiserreich. How did you discover Kaiserreich? Recommended by friends. No, a social network. Someone told me about it on YouTube, and then I found the mod and I did a game of Ching, and then I've been playing Kaiserreich ever since, because that is what people watch. I believe Kaisercat Cinema provides great value to the community, and the website. I strongly agree. Yeah. Keep it up. Which Kaiserreich content series are you enjoying right now? Well, I'm not watching any of them, so I'll probably just scroll down. If you were to pick one, what new content would you like to see in 2020? Animatics motions, audiobooks, gameplay and dev commentary, live action shorts, or lore documentaries. I do love me some lore documentaries. I watch way too many history documentaries, documentarians on YouTube. Really enjoy the Great War series, back when Indy Nidell was the host, and then Indy Nidell's new projects, Sabaton History and World War II. Did they have another name? I think it's just called World War II. I think that's the name of the channel. Really enjoyed those. It's World War II in real time. Good stuff. Love Indy Nidell. In this section, we will asking you which nation you have selected to start the part. For example, it was a CSA game. You will start the USA and should not select that option. Okay. Which of the following nations in North America have you played in the last 3 months? I've played USA. I haven't played anything else, not in the Kaiserreich mod. South America, last 3 months, that would be, okay, so it's February today, so that would be January through to December through to November. I really wasn't playing that much. I played Japan. I think I played as Commune of France. And then I have all the games that I'm playing right now. So, in Northern Europe, never even touched them. Because in here, I know that I've played Colombia before. I know I've played Brazil before, but that's not within the last 3 months. Which of the following nations in Western Europe have you played? I've played Commune of France. I've played as... Oh, that's Western Europe, huh? Okay, yeah, that's the one I played there. Which of the following in Central Europe? German Empire would be greater than 3 months ago. Italian Republic would have been greater than 3 months ago. Social Republic Italy, oh, that would be like 2 years ago. Ugh. That was before they did the big change to Italy. Which of the following nations in Eastern Europe have you played in the last 3 months? Russia, a year ago, well, almost 2 years ago at this point. I want that on my desk. Poland, never played any of these other than Russia. Which of the following in the Balkans? None. Which of the following Africa? I played French Republic, but I think that would be greater than 3 months ago. Following in the Middle East, I played Ottoman Empire, but that was, again, greater than 3 months. Which of the following in the Caucasus? None. Ever. Which of the following in Central Asia have you played? None. Which of the following in India? Nah. Maybe I should do a game in India sometime. I don't think I've ever played there. Which of the following is China? I played Mongolia, but not within 3 months. I have played... I played back when Ungern Sternberg was Genghis Khan 2, Electric Boogaloo. I played Qing. I played... And that's it. That's all. And then, which of the following East Asia? Empire Japan. I played it twice. One in Moirike, and now one again right now. Southeast Asia, I played as... Well, technically I played as German East Asia. I went and joined into the Indo-Chinese Union, but that was not within 3 months. And in Oceania, never played. Survey is way too long, slightly too long, just right, slightly too short. Yeah, I think it's a good size. It's asking the question that needs to be answered. How often would you be willing to fill out a survey like this? Every 3 months? I mean, if I can make a video of it. Any suggestions of feedback which aren't new questions, put them here. Nah. Any suggestions of feedback of which are new questions, put them here. And Submit. Yes. Well, with that, I'm going to have the link to this down in the description of this video, so go ahead and check it out if you are a Kaiserreich player and have played in the last 3 months. It did say you have to be a player within the last 3 months, so all the people who don't play but watch my series, I'm sorry, you don't count. But with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode of whatever you watch. Bye-bye.